The future of medicine really is in genomics, understanding DNA and how that translates into disease, but more importantly, how that translates into innovative therapies. Oncology right now is based upon essentially surgeons cutting out a lump and pathologists like me telling the surgeon what kind of cancer it is. That's going to change dramatically. In future, people will be diagnosed of having cancer before they're ever sick. And depending upon the mutations that are found in the blood with the liquid biopsy, they will be treated by very specific chemotherapeutic agents that will cure the cancer before you ever know you had it. That's a remarkable paradigm shift in how oncology is going to change in the future. To have a good test that labels someone as having cancer, you better be damn well right. In other words, it's got to be specific and it's got to be sensitive enough to detect the cancer mutations in the blood at an early stage. Those two hurdles of sensitivity and specificity have been the major impediments preventing widespread commercialization of the liquid biopsy for the screening of cancer. MutantDx has found innovative technological solutions, patented solutions, to those hurdles, and we are now about to launch commercial products using the MutantDx Liquid Biopsy. Well, the MutantDx Liquid Biopsy will be able to detect DNA in the blood in femtogram quantities. Femtogram is spelled F-E-M-T-O-gram, femtogram quantities. For relevance, there are 1,000 trillion femtograms in 1 gram. So I think you can appreciate the remarkable sensitivity of the MutantDx Liquid Biopsy, being able to detect circulating DNA, no matter how small the fragment size is, in a sea of DNA, normal DNA that we all have identifying us as individuals. The mutant DNA from the tumor is present in exquisitely low concentrations in people who are not symptomatic. And so to detect that, you require a test that has exquisite sensitivity, a detection at femtogram levels, which is 1,000 times better than any competing technology. The paradigm is going to change dramatically. Right now, people are diagnosed and treated for cancer in institutions called oncology centers. That's going to change. In the future, cancer will be diagnosed in asymptomatic people on the basis of a simple blood test as they're an outpatient, and they will be treated as an outpatient with an almost guarantee of cure before ever entering a cancer hospital. That's a remarkable change in the way cancer is going to be diagnosed and treated in the future. Well, we're at the point now of almost going public. We need $5 million. We're looking for that as a convertible debenture to take us to the IPO stage, at which point, of course, we would raise significantly more money in the public markets to then commercialize this technology and make it more widely available. Let's just imagine for a minute that every adult was tested by the MutantDx Liquid Biopsy once a year for their adult life. If one does the math on that, it's approximately a $40 billion annual market in the US alone. It's a huge market. It sounds like a lot of money, but it's a lot less money than it would be treating those people for invasive cancer with all the terminal care that is very expensive. Biotech has a bad rap when it comes to risk for investors. That's because most people think of it as drug discovery, where it takes $1 billion now to get a drug through clinical trials and FDA approval. Diagnostics, or screening testing as we're doing, diagnostics is a substantially less risky business because we're not going through these complicated, expensive clinical trials. We have lots of samples to work with, and it's a fraction of the cost of bringing a blockbuster drug to market. On the other hand, the value of these companion diagnostics for big pharma is substantial. They will not be able to sell their incredibly effective, curative cancer therapeutics unless they have effective ways of finding the mutations in the first place. So the two industries that used to be totally separate, diagnostics and therapeutics, are in the future coming together as one. And that's the reason Big Pharma is very interested in acquiring platform diagnostic technologies so that they can marry these two elements in their business. There are many applications of this technology. We've chosen to commercialize the applications in oncology simply because that's the one that has the most market appeal at the present time, and it's very focused for a small company to be successful in just one particular area. But our parent company, MultiGEN Diagnostics, has patents that are generally applicable as platform testing technologies to many other areas of interest in clinical medicine, such as infectious disease, food safety, environmental testing, and so on. The list is quite extensive, but of course a prudent company with a dynamite technology such as we have will focus its energies on one particular market to prove its success.